Good morning, I'm Varghese. First up, as the much-awaited results of the Lok Sabha elections emerged, world leaders and the foreign media joined in to congratulate the new government.
It was a historic win for the BJP this elections. Never before did India witness such a massive win in the last 30 years. Other countries have seen a ray of hope to further boost ties with India. Soon after the election results were declared, reactions from various world leaders started pouring in. US President Barack Obama and the US State Department also expressed the desire to work with the country's new government. The US State Department spokesperson said that they would welcome Modi to Washington after he formally takes over as a Prime Minister. The US also hopes to resolve the differences that developed during the arrest of Indian diplomat Devyani Khobragade. The US was full of anger and frustration when India withdrew special privileges for US diplomatic personnel and their families. China expressed interest in taking forward ties with the new government. China is willing to make joint efforts with the new Indian government, maintain high-level exchanges, deepen cooperation in all areas, and bring China-India strategic partnership to new height. Not just the US and China, even Pakistan Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif congratulated Modi on his success. Prime Minister Mohammad Nawaz Sharif spoke to Mr. Narendra Modi this afternoon and offered his congratulations and good wishes on the Bharatiya Janata Party's impressive victory in the just concluded general elections in India. It is also believed that Nawaz Sharif has invited Modi to visit Pakistan and hold talks in order to boost bilateral ties between the countries. British Prime Minister David Cameron and Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina were also among the leaders who congratulated Modi on his party's victory. Australian Prime Minister Tony Abbott took to Twitter, "I've spoken to Narendra Modi and congratulated him on his success. I look forward to strengthening ties between India and Australia." Even different foreign media reacted to BJP and Narendra Modi's victory in different ways. Reuters wrote about Modi's victory and criticized the UPA, calling it the party's worst performance. The Bangkok Post also praised Modi and called India's choice the perfect one. Even as Modi is gaining applause from not just within the country, but also from countries abroad, how far will he be able to live up to the expectations of the people is what remains to be seen. A News9 report.
The BJP's Prime Ministerial designate Narendra Modi is expected to take charge on May 21st. But as the saying goes, it's not going to be a bed of roses for the new PM designate. Let's look at the problems he's likely to encounter.
A stable union cabinet. The first hurdle, if it can be called that, relates to building a team. Modi may have 60 months to deliver, but he has to deliver from day one, and that is the expectation from various quarters. There are too many aspirants who want to make it to the union cabinet. Modi has to do a balancing act to build a team which not only accommodates these aspirants, but more importantly, can deliver the goods. Not only that, he has to ensure that the team is squeaky clean and there is no taint of any wrongdoing. A scratch on the mirror can't be cleaned away easily. Will have to overshadow 2002. The shadow of the 2002 riots will echo time and again. How clearly will Modi bridge the gap with the minority communities remains to be seen. The second problem is how to kickstart the economy. In the dying months of the UPA too, the country had to boast of subpar economic growth, and the path has suddenly not become rosy. He will have to live up to the expectation of the investors, as most of the projects have been stalled for want of regulatory nod from various agencies, including environmental ministries. Although the UPA-2 government cleared investment portal running into several crores of rupees, so far none of these have materialized. How can Modi deliver? Only time will tell. Monsoon versus agriculture. The economy apart, the biggest headache, particularly this year, could be poor monsoons. Is Modi ready for this? And poor monsoons will not be a one-off affair. Can he prepare a blueprint for India to divorce itself from this phenomenon? Modi knows all too well that agriculture sector has to deliver. His Gujarat model had a heavy dose of dependence on the agriculture sector. Can he allow poor monsoons to deprive the poor the opportunity to share in the nation's prosperity? And Modi knows that his plate is full of not just domestic problems, but his image post-Godra has been impacted overseas too. India is surrounded by hostile neighbors who are more than eager that Asia's largest economy falters. How will Modi handle the neighbors? There are no easy answers. A News9 report.
After its mega victory in the Lok Sabha polls, the BJP is planning a grand welcome for Narendra Modi. In fact, it has already planned the itinerary for the next 2 days.
With Narendra Modi getting a clear majority and all set to become the Prime Minister, BJP Prime Ministerial candidate Narendra Modi has once again become the talk of the town. In fact, he has even got a schedule for the day in place. Let's take a look as to how it is. Today, Modi will arrive in New Delhi at 10 a.m. He will be escorted by party workers from the airport and later he will be felicitated. The BJP Prime Ministerial candidate will also attend a BJP Parliamentary Board meet, after which he will leave for Varanasi in the evening to perform Ganga Puja. Sources also suggest that this move is seen as his vindication and an answer to the Election Commission, which had earlier barred his roadshow and allegedly did not approve the Aarti. Well, when he conducted 2 roadshows earlier, there was a sea of people, and this time too, you can expect a lot of people to turn out. With this itinerary, it is clear that the BJP is all set to give its Prime Ministerial candidate a befitting and resounding welcome. The News9 report.
Well, the BJP is all set to form the government, but what are the expectations of the people from the future Prime Minister Modi? Let's find out. The BJP has been given a brutal majority in the parliament and a lot of expectations are being voiced by the citizens of the country, especially with regards to the economy and governance. The economy is one of the most important sectors where manufacturing growth has in fact dipped, and it is a challenge for the newly coming up Prime Minister to set the entire ball rolling in the manufacturing sector. Also, industrial policies have been kept under wraps, and also in red tapeism, which needs to be put on an action front so that the investments will in fact start coming in. Now let us listen in to what the people of the country are expecting from their new Prime Minister.
मैं मोदी सरकार से यही चाहूंगा कि आने वाली पीढ़ी को रोजगार और मेहनत से काम करने का प्रेरणा मिले, ये सब चाहिए मुझे मोदी सरकार से.
We expect everything, especially for the government employees and students who are fed up with the previous government frequently changing the educational structure and admission structure, etc. We hope good days are ahead now.
These are the expectations from the people of the country. They are expecting a lot of governance issues to first be solved, and also on the economic front, especially the middle class has been looking at price rise as a problem, and they want that to in fact be controlled. Many of them are expecting, according to the slogan, that a new day will come in and good days are ahead. BJP Prime Ministerial hopeful has in fact made a stellar performance, and also his campaign strategy was quite different from the yesteryears. In a presidential-style campaign, it's been a tsunami of sorts, and these are the reactions that we see from early morning newspapers, where it shows that the kind of phenomenon that has occurred in the 2014 elections, with an opposition party in fact being able to muster a majority in the parliament, last seen only in 1984. There could not have been any bigger day than this for Balakrishna and his die-hard fans. The Natasimha of Tollywood registered his maiden victory in the assembly elections, and not just that, he has struck gold at the box office too. But will the actor bid farewell to acting now that he has forayed into politics?
Celebrations galore in Nandamuri family. It is festivities for Nandamuri family and their fans as Balakrishna has proved his mettle yet again. Balaya, who plunged into politics with his assembly elections, has registered his first ever thumping victory. The son of late legendary Telugu actor and former CM of Andhra Pradesh, N.T. Ramarao, contested election from Hindupur constituency on a TDP ticket, which was founded by none other than his late father. A thumping victory for Balaya. Well, the actor won the Hindupur Assembly constituency seat with a good majority. And why not? Hindupur has always been called TDP and NTR family bastion, and with the actor winning from Hindupur comes as no surprise. The actor perfectly played with sentiments, and this was one of the reasons for his glorious victory. Banking on the family background and the immense fan following, the actor has won with a huge margin of nearly 15,000 votes. Most of the members from the Nandamuri clan contested from Hindupur, and Balaya followed suit. Even before contesting elections, the actor was actively involved in politics and supported Telugu Desam Party during campaigns. Keeping his ready to support nature in mind and the rapport that he shares with the party, he is likely to get a ministerial berth in the new government. Sources reveal to us that the Natasimha is likely to get an important post in the cabinet to be headed by Chandrababu Naidu. Well, it might be a new beginning for the actor in politics, but will it end his decade-old career in Tollywood? Now, this bit of news could certainly surprise and maybe even hurt a few of Balaya fans. But if the actor is given a big portfolio, then he might bid farewell to his fans and the industry.
Deciding to keep N. Srinivasan out of the BCCI's affairs, the Supreme Court on Friday entrusted the Mudgal panel with the task of carrying out the further probe into the IPL betting and spot fixing scandal. Here's the report.
In spite of opposition from the BCCI, the Supreme Court has asked Justice Mukul Mudgal to carry on the probe into the IPL spot fixing and betting controversy that rocked Indian cricket last year. The two-judge bench ordered that a report must be submitted by the new panel in a sealed envelope by August end. Appointed in October last year, Justice Mudgal has headed a three-man committee that investigated the IPL scam. It has submitted 2 reports and a sealed envelope to the Supreme Court on Feb 10th. The Supreme Court said a group of investigators headed by senior IPS officer B.B. Mishra will assist the Mudgal committee. The fresh panel will have all the powers to probe, search and seize relevant documents and record evidence. The committee will have all the powers except the power to arrest. The focus of the second round of probe will be on the 13 names mentioned in the sealed envelope. Suspended BCCI President N. Srinivasan is one of the 13 names. It has been alleged that several top players, including Indian skipper Mahendra Singh Dhoni, have links with bookies. The sealed envelope contains incriminating but unverified information according to the panel. The court further said Sunil Gavaskar and Shivlal Yadav will continue as interim presidents till further orders were made. The former test players were made stopgap presidents after Srinivasan stood down as BCCI head till investigations were over. Srinivasan's son-in-law Gurunath Meyyappan is facing corruption charges and has been indicted in Justice Mudgal's February 10th report. Gurunath was also a Chennai Super Kings team official, and if he is proven guilty, Srinivasan's cricketing career might well be over.